Are you struggling to move your wholesale deals to cash buyers? You're not alone. The end of 2022 was definitely hard on our business, just like it was for many other wholesalers. The problem wasn't finding deals, it was finding buyers to close them. As soon as the Fed increased the rates, it seemed like more than half of our cash buyers disappeared overnight. And while we aren't predicting a recession like some people, we expect our buyers to continue to be cautious in 2023. If you are running a wholesaling business, anytime there is a shift in the market, you need to make adjustments. And you need to make them fast. With this recent market shift, we had to get creative and keep the business going. Backing out of deals was not an option. We ended up finding retail buyers for a lot of deals last year and ended up making more money as a result. It's called Novation. You see, retail buyers actually pay 20 to 30% more for houses than cash buying investors. For example, let's say you put the property under contract for $180,000. You mark it up $10,000 but can't find a buyer. You reduce the price by $5,000 and still can't find a buyer. In the traditional wholesale process, wholesalers will either try to renegotiate with the seller or back out of the deal. What if you didn't have to back out of the deal and instead found another buyer that would pay $210,000 for that same house? With Novation, you can do this. You can go from making nothing and backing out of a deal to making a $20,000 assignment fee. The best part, this is a new strategy that less than 5% of wholesalers are actually using. Almost nobody is using this technique. How many times do you meet with a seller and find out they are getting 5 other bids? How many times do you lose out on a deal because of a bidding war? What if you had Novation in your back pocket and could outbid any cash offer? Guys, this strategy works. I have personally done over a dozen Novation deals. My average assignment fee for Novation deals is $14,000 per deal. Let's run through a quick example of how this conversation would go with your seller. Mr. Seller, unfortunately, after further inspection, this property isn't going to work for us. However, I can bring in a retail buyer and still get the deal done. How does that sound? And the seller would say, sure, how does that work? I just need a little more time to close, maybe 30, 45 days. We may have to schedule another appraisal and inspection, but that's it. And the seller would say, okay, is there any other paperwork? I'm glad you brought that up. We may have to have you sign a new purchase agreement and a net proceeds agreement. The new purchase agreement will show a higher price than our original purchase agreement. This is so that we can cover the realtor fees, commissions, closing costs, etc. And the seller might say, so there's a realtor involved now? You will be working directly with me, but the new buyer may have a realtor representing them. The seller says, okay, sounds good. If your original purchase agreement allows you to market the property on the MLS, go ahead and do that. You may need to write an addendum to the original agreement. You will also need to write an addendum for the net proceeds agreement. Full disclaimer, I am not an attorney. Please consult with your attorney before drafting these documents. Depending on the MLS rules in your state or municipality, you may be able to sign the listing agreement. If not, you will need your seller to sign it. Just be transparent with your seller. Chances are, if you made it this far with them, they're going to agree and sign it. We use a flat fee MLS service, and it only costs a few $100 to list the property. When you find a buyer, the new purchase agreement will replace the original purchase agreement you had with the seller. Now, will the seller always go for it? Not always, but we had a 90% success rate pitching Novation to our sellers last year. They chose to work with you, and there must have been a reason for that. As long as you didn't give them a reason to no longer trust you, they usually still view you as a consultant. Sellers aren't dumb. They know what's going on with the market. They understand that cash buyers and house flippers are being more cautious. They know the interest rate hike has impacted the housing market. If you can still get the deal done for them at the price that they wanted, what do you have to lose? Novation deals are happening all over. Get on board and add this to your disposition arsenal. Guys, if you like this content, please like and hit the subscribe button. Check out crushingrei.com/novation for more information about this awesome wholesaling strategy. Link will be in the description.